In Vegas, it's not hard to have a good view because we got mountains on all four sides. That is remarkable, and we have so much sun. We had the hottest temperature we had this summer that our kids practiced in. It was 117 degrees ambient temperature. Of course, it was only 4% humidity, okay, which still kept us in the red zone and not the high danger zone that you see where people are dying from heat stroke. Having been an athletic trainer for over 48 years and having to dealt with heat stroke in several states, that's always a concern. And one of the liability issues that you run into is, did I measure the ambient temperature and the heat conditions for every football practice? And that's the answer, yes. I felt it was important that we do it realistically and compare it not only to grass, but to also the tennis court, so that we could argue that our football players were at no greater risk for heat issues than our tennis players that are playing on outdoor tennis courts. So I'm monitoring the temperature, I'm monitoring the humidity, and I'm also monitoring dew point, because that affects how the human body reacts to heat. And humidity is the giant killer. And I took it at the exact same place all the time so that the readings were accurate. I used the same thermometer, and the temperature is always taken at exactly 12 inches above the turf, because that's where the linemen are breathing. And we did it compared to our grass practice field, to our tennis court, and to the turf before and after we watered. And what we found is that there's about a 40 to 50 temperature difference between the turf field that is not watered and the turf field that is watered because of the organic fill.
The Geo Coolfill will actually keep the field about 40 degrees cooler than traditional SBR crumb rubber, and Jim Porter will be the first to tell you the players notice it.
I'm not an employee at Clark County School District. I'm an employee of Dignity Health, but I do report it to the athletic administrator and the principal and the football coach, that they know that we're monitoring what's going on out here. This year we've had absolutely no serious injuries occur, which is unusual because I've been monitoring injuries in Clark County high school sports since '98.
I'll tell you that I really think it saved us in a lot of injuries this year because we haven't had all those little problems with the natural turf. It's been great, and I'm talking to our coaches association that everybody in our association loves the fact that we all have turf now.
The Southern Nevada Water District pays the school district for taking up grass. So the district saved money by putting down this field. We have a water shortage. We've been in a drought here for 20 years. Take a look at Lake Mead. It's now at the lowest level it's been since it was filled. And the water district is saying, fine, we'll pay you for every square foot you replace with a drought-tolerant surface, which is what this is. Now, granted, we're watering it, but we're only watering for 4 minutes, and we're only doing it on days we practice, so that we're not watering it 6 days a week like you would for a grass field. Once football is over, this field will set, and we don't water it again until next fall. So we're only watering it for basically 3 months of the year, and the water cannons are doing a great job. We're simply getting the material to absorb that water so it keeps the humidity and the temperature of that field down.
I want to thank the school district and Hellas for what they supplied us with. I think it's made a big difference if you talk to anybody around the city.
Hellas, building for sports from start to finish.